So in your career, you got to match up against other Nike hoopers. Do you have a favorite matchup?
You're gonna get me in trouble. Honestly, I'll just say DT because she's such an icon in our sport and has been in the game for so long. You know, getting to share the court with her was pretty fun, and you just see her competitive spirit. Even though you're not on her team, you can just feel it as a competitor.
Diana Taurasi once delivered a memorable warning to Caitlin Clark. Reality is coming. Yet, as Clark dominated the WNBA in her rookie season, it became clear that it was Taurasi who was confronting a new reality. With Taurasi now officially retiring, what is Clark's perspective on the WNBA icon? And how did one of the league's all-time greats transform from a skeptic of Clark to a true admirer?
What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing.
This wasn't just a casual remark. It sparked one of the most captivating narratives in women's basketball. Diana Taurasi, a WNBA legend, made her position known, and the response was immediate, with fans dividing into two camps. Some saw her words as a blunt truth from a seasoned veteran, while others interpreted them as a rejection of Caitlin Clark's potential. The controversy set social media ablaze, took over talk shows, and became a hot topic at courtside, all of which heightened the anticipation for Clark's professional debut. Each WNBA arena she entered felt like a stage for validation, and the weight of expectation was unprecedented, setting the stage for a historic season.
And that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
From the moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto the court, the spotlight was unwavering, casting a constant gaze on every move she made. The pressure was immense. Would she rise to the challenge, or would she struggle to adjust to the league's intensity? Every pass, shot, and possession was under the microscope. But what no one anticipated was that Clark wasn't just here to survive. She was poised to rewrite the script. With each game, she wasn't just keeping pace. She was setting the standard, breaking records, and redefining what a rookie season could be. The reality check that many expected for Clark never materialized. Instead, it became a wake-up call for the entire league.
Caitlin Clark is way better, way sooner than anybody thought.
Caitlin Clark's arrival wasn't just the entry of another highly anticipated prospect. It marked a seismic shift in the league. She wasn't simply adjusting. She was taking over. Her stat lines were nothing short of historic, and her influence was impossible to ignore. Game after game, she demonstrated that she wasn't a fleeting phenomenon, but a generational talent who had arrived to stay. So, who really faced the harshest dose of reality? The rookie stepping into unknown territory, or the veteran witnessing the dawn of a new era? The most surprising part, Diana Taurasi saw it too. The same player who once questioned how Clark would fare in the league was now acknowledging the undeniable truth. Caitlin Clark wasn't just meeting expectations, she was surpassing them. The reality had arrived, and it was wearing an Indiana Fever jersey.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the...
Caitlin Clark's three-point shooting quickly became the talk of the WNBA. In record time, she didn't just prove she belonged. She redefined what a rookie could accomplish. Clark became the fastest player in league history to hit 100 three-pointers in a season. Then, in the final regular season game against the Washington Mystics, she surpassed Diana Taurasi for the second most three-pointers in a season, trailing her 122nd. But her impact went beyond shooting. Averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, Clark led all rookies in scoring and finished first in both three-pointers made and assists. By the end of her rookie season, she had set 62 WNBA records, a level of dominance never before seen in the league.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
More history for the Fever rookie!
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
From that moment on, Caitlin Clark's matchups against Diana Taurasi's Phoenix Mercury became some of the most anticipated games of the season. Every time they met, it was must-watch TV, and Clark didn't just rise to the challenge, she dominated. In one standout performance, she scored 29 points, recorded 10 assists, and grabbed 5 rebounds, leading the Indiana Fever to victory. Even more impressively, Clark and the Fever completed a 3-game season sweep of Taurasi's Mercury, signaling the arrival of a new era. The rookie wasn't just competing with legends, she was outshining them. Who could forget the viral TikTok that captured the moment? Caitlin Clark's impact went far beyond her impressive stats and on-court dominance. The WNBA saw a surge in viewership and attendance, with millions of new fans tuning in for the first time. In a groundbreaking shift, the WNBA's live broadcast ratings even surpassed the NHL's, something no one had predicted. The Caitlin Clark effect wasn't just media buzz. It was a seismic change, reshaping the landscape of women's basketball.
I knew the atmosphere was going to be electric when they announced Caitlin's name in the dark and the fans went crazy.
The Fever's away games were consistently sold out, with fans traveling across the country just to watch Caitlin Clark play. Commentators couldn't stop discussing her, and even former skeptics had to admit, she wasn't just a rookie sensation. She was the new face of the league. Both new and longtime fans flocked to arenas for the chance to see her in action. Merchandise sales soared, Fever games became must-watch events, and every broadcast featuring Clark set new viewership records. Her presence didn't just elevate the league. It injected an undeniable energy. She wasn't just a player. She had become a cultural phenomenon.
WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
If this is your final regular season game in front of the X Factor,
why do we say thank you 7,427 times?
The GOAT delivers again!
One for every day we were proud to have you wear our uniform.
Diana Taurasi!
Face of the franchise just doesn't cut it for someone who has been the Mercury heartbeat for 20 of our 28 seasons.
Hey, let's go!
if this is it, how do we thank someone not for what they did, but what they gave?
Not just how you scored, but how you competed.
Not just how you celebrated the wins, but how you hated to lose.
If this is it, thank you for letting us share in the joy.
For the banners and the MVPs.
For 10,000.
For getting to see you on that medal stand 6 times.
For letting us call you GOAT, even though you hated it.
And for the technicals where you really got your money's worth.
If this is it, thank you for the sacrifices.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Kelsey Mitchell's balling, Caitlin continuing to impress, and just, she's going to break records nonstop for the next couple of years. Yeah. It's just going to be a constant record break.
Yeah.
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day, for real.